What's up, world? It's Joe here back again with another video. Today I figured I would make another video just to showcase kind of some of the dailies. I hear people keep talking about make sure you're doing this daily, make sure you're doing this daily. There is like no information out there. Like, what do you mean make sure to do this daily? So it's a lot of these beta players who played back in the betas or even the 1.0 Chinese version or played back in Chinese version that know about this stuff. So I figured I would just bring it kind of the mainstream and kind of let you guys know some of the daily farms that you're missing out on. One of those right away is the High Crows farm. I just found out about this, so don't worry if you haven't been, or if you have, whatever. There's actually these trash cans that show up around the place, and you can search these. Now, I've already searched all of mine, so I probably should have filmed this earlier, but I just figured out something as well. When you go to search them, and I'll show you down here because I haven't grabbed them yet, but there's some down here too as well. They're kind of all around, and I'll show you what they kind of look like up top. There's some different ones up top. But this one right here, I searched it. Now, when I searched it, I thought it would give me this item already. You have to click on the item in order to receive it. So I'm really not sure why they went with that design. It's like the first thing that I've ever had to click on looting-wise. But when you come up to these trash cans and search them, you actually have to click on the item. So I was very confused on that at first. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I kept kind of I'm like, am I getting duplicates if I just keep coming up to this? But no, you actually have to just click on it. Now, you don't even have to hold Alt. It will immediately, as soon as I walk up to it, it will put my mouse on the screen. So I guess that's kind of the hint. But then you just click on it, you obtain the item. And they're just car parts, it looks like, for now. But I've heard that there can be matrices and other things that spawn in these. And other stuff that can spawn. I mean, again, guys, who really know? No one really knows. I don't think anybody knows what's going on here, because this is the 1.0 version. So even players that played 2.0, they don't really understand either. I just want to show off a few more locations here to search for. Again, there's another spot right here. I believe this is another search location. Here is another search location right here, where you come up to it and you search. Now, vending machines at all, if you ever see a vending machine like these you can search, and they will give you like either ice cream sundaes or ice cream, like I think like an ice cream strawberry shake or something like that. And you can actually use that to complete some quests, and they're not bad for food-wise. In fact, I might make a food video here soon on what is the best food in my opinion. But you just come through these boxes and you search them. Fairly simple, super easy. It's not hard. And there's a few boxes here too. This box here as well you want to search, and this box here as well. So if you see these type of boxes, you'll want to search those. I'm sure I might have missed one or two, but there's definitely a lot here to search for that. And you can get some nice vehicle parts. I'm not sure why you want to upgrade your vehicle part other than skin, but I have heard that there might be some other stuff with it. So you do kind of want to try to keep your vehicles high as you can. Right now I got my little broomstick that I finally got after so long of farming. I finally got that to level 40. So just try to push it, I guess. I mean, you might as well use the parts on stuff that you're, especially if you already have a mount that you like. If you're just going to use the cube mount or whatever, go right ahead and do that. But we'll head on to the next location that I think you should be doing, and some dailies that I think you guys are missing because I missed them. And people on YouTube keep saying, well, make sure you're doing this. It's like, where is that info? There is no info on that. So I'm trying to bring it to you guys. Let's go to the next spot. Okay, here we are at the next location. We're at Cletus Island, which you should have by now. I'm pretty sure everybody that's above level like 20 is going to have this spot. If you don't, I'm sure you can get someone to TP you up here. But there's probably going to be several spots in here that you can farm. I'm sure there's probably trash cans here. Let's see if the trash cans have anything. Okay, so far none of these. I'm not sure. So the trash cans, but I do know there's a spot that you do need to farm. Again, you can come here to these vending machines. And some of them, I think only one of them here can be searched. But that's not what we're here for. So we'll check the trash cans and stuff later, but we're here for this. It's called the claw machine, and this will give you gifts. Now, there's another whole section of the video that I could pitch to that people don't know about, and I didn't even know about because nobody's explaining this, nobody's talking about this. It's just kind of like up in the air, but there's a page within Simulacra called Awakening, and this is where you give gifts to a character that you want to main, you might have, or also just looking at the actual passive. So once I gift her enough points, this is just like Lost Ark, but instead when I gift my Simulacra enough points, I will gain a passive trait, and these passive traits are pretty decent in actual like increases, so you kind of want to get them. Now I'm way behind other people. There's probably so many people that are way ahead of this. So I'm sure people are already at like 1,200 or 600 points. Again, you want to do this as much as you can using the gifts. I'm going to go ahead and use these gifts. Now, there is also something called a point store. And where is it? Point store. Here it is, point store. And you can buy gifts using these points. Again, I probably should just be spending them, and I eventually will. You probably just buy a bunch of special gifts and toss them to your simulacra that you want to upgrade. I'm going to go ahead, but we're going to do the claw machine. So this claw machine is going to give you basically a free gift. And so we're just going to go in here. And I like to, it gives you a lot of time. You can only get one. So it don't even matter about the time. You really have a lot of time, but you're going to use your WASD, or you can use these little keybinds here. And then this button right here is going to let you click down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to grab a couple. So I'm just going to go in, because it gives you so much time. You really don't need to worry about if you get one. Like, see, I already got one and I tried to grab a bunch there. No, I dropped it. Doesn't matter. So I'm pretty sure this gift right here is really good. This one's purple. I'm not sure about these. I know one of them, the green one, I think is only like a green item, but this one's purple. So if we can get this one, we're going to try one more time on it. Again, you should have at least 2 opportunities. And yeah, I got it. So I think so. Yeah, yep. So this should be a purple gift, which is nice. Yeah, a little purple Smarty doll. And that will go ahead and give me that reward there. And then I can go ahead and, once it let me click off here, I can go ahead and gift that to the character that I want, which is Shiro. I'm going to go ahead and click gift, and then I can hit send, and then that will gain points. And so now I finally hit 200, so now I have her little avatar. If you ever see anybody with the avatars, that's how they get them, which is pretty neat. This is stuff that I didn't really know until today, because people don't talk, like, a lot of people like to gatekeep this type of information. It's really unfortunate, but hopefully I can get as much out there to you guys as possible, because again, it's really not on Google as far as I'm seeing, but there is some stuff that you can look into. And again, there's these vending machines here that you can also go to and grab from. And if you ever see trash cans, I'm not sure if it's only the high crust. I'm guessing it's only high crust now that you can do that with. And there are other stuff here maybe that I'm missing, but I hope that covers it for some of the daily stuff. Other than that, you want to make sure you're also getting done your training sessions, which I have not been very good on either. These are super, super big dailies that you want to make sure that you're doing, because once you're behind this certain part, you're not going to be able to get up. Also today, if you've been viewing this video today, in the crown section here, you can get this relic, and you will be able to get this relic today, even with it not being open fully in crown. Crown's actually pretty open for the most part. It's got a lot of different stuff that's open, and so if I need to do that in a little bit here, you should probably get all 4 scenic points and then do your world exploration and supply pods. You can only do 2 of 3 runes, but then you'll be able to get this relic, and it will actually give you the relic, so you don't have to spend, like I have an SSR box, but I'm not going to use it on that, because I can just go ahead and get the relic easily from that little event there. Other than that, your other dailies that you want to make sure that you're doing is your bounties, but people always, the bounty is a very easy system to check. And again, by the way, you can scroll in here. I didn't know this either. There's actually a scroll button here. But so some of these have like a little scroll option here, but this is your daily bounty. So you want to make sure you're getting these done, because these are going to give you the chips that I talked about in my previous video, and it's going to go ahead and give you a gold nucleus, which is really big. And so you want to make sure you're doing your runes. You want to make sure you're doing your Mia's kitchen. There's just a lot of stuff that you want to try to keep up with. Your weeklies, you want to make sure you're doing these, because again, these are going to give you these gold chips here, which are really big for your SSR farms. Again, there's a video on my channel if you want to check out what SSRs to farm specifically. You want to make sure that you're doing those. Also, joint operation is probably the biggest one here. Unless you're looking to get upgrades for your weapons, these give a little bit of an upgrade for your weapon, and you could spend your things on that stuff. I don't really think these are, the Omnium Beacon and all that stuff isn't really worth it that much. I always go for joint operation because this has gear, and this has a chance to drop purple gear. And you want to make sure every time you're hitting 90 that you're kind of getting it, you're kind of feeding your vitality down. So you see it's at 80 right now. Once this hits 90, I'm going to go ahead and enter it into a joint operation and kind of keep it down, so that way when I wake up the next morning, this isn't refreshed all the way up to 180. But you can also buy vitality potions, and so they're called solutions, with your little dark crystals. Again, these are pretty easy to get. I had spent like 3,000 the other day, and I'm already back up to 8,500. So those are good. Other than that, let's see. I think, am I missing anything as far as dailies? Should be good to go. That should about cover it as far as dailies. Just making sure you do your joint operations. And I figured I would just showcase the high crow stuff because I haven't heard anybody talk about any trash cans, which is absolutely insane that there's even a thing for that. No, there might even be. Is there another? There's another thing here. So, okay, this is a little training session. I think I did this one the other day. This was for training. That's fine. I was just making sure we weren't missing another one. Again, this information, like I said, people are they're gatekeeping this stuff so hard. So if you don't really know about it, it's like no one's going to tell you. I mean, I even have, my crew is top 3 in the server, and probably the biggest server in the game, and they're not really even talking about it. So, but that's okay, because we're going to figure it out. We're making videos on it. As soon as I get this information, I'm putting it out there for you guys to see and kind of check out different stuff. Again, make sure you're doing your claw machine and other stuff like that. And obviously, you have these little buttons here to kind of tell you what dailies to do and what stuff like that. Tomorrow, I am making a video on my gear stuff. I've showed off my gear, what it kind of is, and like what I'm using, my 2-star stuff, and kind of what my build is so far. But I'm going to kind of showcase how to gear up as a free-to-play. I have spent $0 on this game. I don't know how else to showcase it, but I have 0 of these things. And any store we click on here, whether it's the crew store or whatever, I've not spent anything. So I only have the free-to-play points. I've only been gearing through free-to-play. I'm not spending money. You do what you want, but if you haven't spent any money, this is how you can kind of gear and get to where I'm at, as I'm currently at 12,178 CS, which I think is pretty high for not spending any money. In fact, a lot of people that I've talked to have spent a couple $100s, and they're not even as high as me, or just about the same. So I figured I'd make another video on that tomorrow. But anyways, if you liked and enjoyed this video, I appreciate it if you like and subscribe down below. It really helps out the channel, as I'm trying to get this channel up and out there and make videos and contents for you guys on the newest and hottest games, whether it's whatever's popping off. It could be Fortnite, it could be an MMO, it could be World of Warcraft, it could be whatever. So my channel is kind of dedicated to just like what's on the hot menu, and that's what we're going for. But alright guys, till the next one. Deuces.